This was supposed to be a film by Mrs. Corley. Mr. Watley couldn't work the electronics. Mrs. Lewis said no, no one else would have a go. So now it's time for Mrs. Stevens Phonics. This was supposed to be a film by Mrs. Corley. Mr. Watley couldn't work the electronics. Mrs. Lewis said no, no one else would have a go. So now it's time for Mrs. Stevens Phonics.
Hello everyone and welcome to day 7 of Phonics. If you haven't got your workbooks yet, make sure you go and get them. We are on page 17 today and it looks like this. We've got some phoneme frames and we've got some sentences to read today. So you should have your workbook and your pencil ready. Let's start off by reminding our brains of all the sounds we have been learning, or at least some of them. So make sure you're joining in with me nice and loudly. I, O, U or oo, O, ow, A, E, air, oo or you, or, oi, a, ear, and finally ch, catch a ball, ch. Well done. So those are the sounds we have been learning recently just to get our brains into phonics mode. Now today we are going to be thinking about a sound we've already heard before, but a new way of spelling it. So same sound, different spelling today. And the sound we are going to be thinking about today is the sound So I say you say. I say you say. Last of all, I say you say. Good, so the sound Now normally you would expect the sound to be like this. We would expect to see the letter R making that sound. But there is another way that the sound can be spelled. And it is like this. Let me show you. We've got this sound. We've got two letters, one sound, the letter W and the letter R together can make the sound. But the thing with this spelling of the sound is that it's a start sound. It will always be at the beginning, or nearly always at the beginning. So a word beginning with a sound could be spelled with the W and the R. Now we do have a caption action for that one. So and we've got a present. So there's your clue. When we make that sound with our caption action, we say wrap a present. So we're wrapping a present. Little bow on top, okay? So wrap a present. So when I show you that, you're going to make the wrap a present. And if I show you that side, you're just going to say All right, so here we go. What's it going to be? Wrap a present. There's me trying to do it with one hand. It's not easy. Wrap a present. Well done. I'm going to put our sound over here so that we can see it. Now, I'm going to write some words for us, and then we're going to sound them out and blend them back together again to read. So here is the first one that I am going to write. Here we go. Start off with something not too tricky. So let's have a look. We have got say the sounds with me as I do the sound buttons. Wren. That's a very small little bird, wren. Good job. Let's try another one. as I've put the sound buttons on, say the sounds. Here we go. Ch, wrench. Well done. So a wrench is a kind of tool that you use for opening things. And wrench can also be when you pull something away. So wrench something away, when you snatch it away, wrench. So wren and wrench. Now I happen to know that you are very good at reading alien words. So I am going to see what I can come up with. Are you ready? Here we go with an alien word. Let's see if you can read some alien today. Here we go with our sound buttons. We've got rup. Very good. Definitely a very strange word, that one. Rup. Okay, now we've read a little bit of alien today with our new sound. Let's just remind ourselves where that sound is in the word. And we can see that each time it's at the beginning because it is a beginning sound. Now, if I was going to write the word rug, like a rug you would put on your floor, that is spelled like this. So sometimes it is just the letter R on its own, but sometimes it can be the W and the R together. So as long as you remember when you see the W and the R together, it is saying We don't want to hear a W sound at all, just the sound. But equally, sometimes it would just be the letter R on its own, and that will say in this context. Okay, let's see if you can get your pencils ready. We are going to have a go at writing some words in your phoneme frame. So while you're getting your pencils, I am going to rub those out, and I am going to draw a phoneme frame. So here I go. You're ready with your phoneme frames. Let's see what we are going to write in our phoneme frame. Now, the first word that we're going to write is the word wreck, like a shipwreck, or like Wreck It Ralph. I'm sure you have seen that. So wreck. Let's sound it out. Wreck. Wreck. So in our phoneme frame, we only need 1, 2, 3 sound boxes. So I'll put a cross there because we don't need that one. But I do need the first one. So we've got the So I've done a zip. So that shows us we've got more than one letter for that sound. The in the middle. And then the k at the end. Another zip. So we know we've got more than one letter for that sound. Wreck. So have a go at writing the letters to match the sound. Pause me if you need to. Ready? Okay, so that sound, what letters do we need? Yes, we need the W and the R because it's the first sound in the word. All right. In the middle for that that's it. What letter do we need? We need the E. Good. And then at the end for the k sound, that's right, we need the letter C and the letter K together. Wreck. Well done, everyone. Let's try another one. Let me quickly rub out my phoneme frame. Ooh, get rid of that zip at the bottom there in case I don't need it again. Okay, now we are going to have a go at writing the word right. Oh, so but not right or left. We're thinking about right, the word right. So let's sound it out. Right. Right. Now this one is a little bit tricky, so you might need a bit of help for that. Right. Now, first of all, in our phoneme frame, we've got the sound. So there's our zip for the sound. Okay. Now I'm going to be a little bit sneaky here because we actually are going to need that final box, not because it's an extra sound, but because we've got a split vowel digraph coming up. So we are going to need to have the I sound in a different box. It's a little bit tricky, really. So right. So we've got the I, t, and then we've got that one on the end. It's not a separate sound, so actually I won't put the sound button. It's not a separate sound, but it's part of this middle sound. My goodness. See if you can write the letters to match it for the word right. Right. Are you ready? Pause me if you need to, but otherwise I'm going to go on. So that sound, yep, we need the letter W and the letter R for the sound. Now the I sound, if it's a split vowel digraph, we need the I there, and the other part of that sound, it's still the same sound, but the other part of it is the E at the end. And the final sound, I, T. Yeah, the sound is made by the letter T, right. So we just have to remember that that I is a split vowel digraph. It's not a separate sound, but it does follow the T. Okay, the T sound. Good job. That was a bit tricky, wasn't it, that one? We'll try one more really quickly. Maybe one that's not quite so tricky. Let's get the pencils ready. We'll try one more. Here we go. Let's get ready, and this time we're going to write the word, oh, this is a good one, wretch, etch, wretch, etch, wretch. Now, that's kind of a word you might use if somebody that's a little bit on the naughty side, a little wretch, you might say that. It's kind of quite an old-fashioned word now. Etch, we've got 3 sounds in that word, so we won't need that final one. But let's give you a few clues. So that it's a beginning sound, so we're going to use our spelling of the sound. So we've got a zip, we've got the that's right, join in with me, in the middle, and at the end, ch. Ooh, ooh. I wonder what we might do there. Etch, wretch. Well done. Okay, so pause me if you need to. Otherwise, I think you might be ready. Which letters do we need to use here for the sound? Good, it's the beginning sound, so we're going to use the W and the R together for the In the middle, we need the S sound, so the letter is, good, it's the E. And at the end, the ch sound. Now, I wonder how you spelled it. I'll give you a clue. It should have been ch, catch a ball. That sound that we learned recently. So we need the T, the C, and the H together. Etch, wretch. That one might have caught you out, mightn't it? But it actually is that spelling for that word. Good job. If you didn't quite get those in, you can quickly write them in now. That's fine. Shame you haven't got purple pens at home, because that's when you could do them. Okay, so while I put my lids on my pens, I want you to have a quick look at the sentences that you have got written underneath your phoneme frames in your book. Mine are on the back here, so I'll quickly switch my board round. And we have got 2 sentences today. We have got 2 sentences. So we're going to start here with my sentence that I've written in a black pen so that we can see the difference. And then we'll move on to the next one. So with me, everybody. Tricky word to begin with, the. We know that one, the. We've got a long word here, so let's sound it out together. Ch, wretch, id, etch, id, wretched, the wretched. Oh, sometimes I say that about the dog when I trip over her. The wretched, cat, the wretched cat, ran. The wretched cat ran. Make sure you're joining in with me. Tricky word, in, that's it. And another tricky one, the, good. The wretched cat ran in the rain. The wretched cat ran in the rain. There's a lot of ers in that sentence. It's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Okay, let's look at the one underneath. With me. Oh, begins with the. We know that one. That's one of the words we look at a lot. We don't need to sound it out. The. Ren. The wren. The wren. Sang. The wren sang a song. The wren sang a song. Tricky word in, that's it. And this one, that's it. The wren sang a song in the tree. The wren sang a song in the tree. Now I wonder with your pen or your pencil whether when you read those sentences you could draw a little circle round or a line underneath where you see the sound from today. Remember, we're looking for that WR spelling. So have a little go, pause me if you need to, and then let's see if we can be a phoneme spotter and spot the sound, the phoneme in our sentence. I can see it there in the wretched cat ran in the rain, and I can see the wren sang a song in the tree. So today's sound that I have stuck here, there it is, was wrap a present. So we found another way to spell the sound Well done everybody, have a great day and do some more great learning, and see you another day.
This was supposed to be a film by Mrs. Corley. Mr. Watley couldn't work the electronics. Mrs. Lewis said no one else would have a go. So now it's time for Mrs. Stevens Phonics. This was supposed to be a film by Mrs. Corley. Mr. Watley couldn't work the electronics. Mrs. Lewis said no one else would have a go. So now it's time for Mrs. Stevens Phonics.